This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Membership means more with American Express Business Gold. Earn 4 times membership rewards points in your top 2 eligible spending categories every month, including eligible U.S. advertising purchases and select media, and U.S. purchases at restaurants, including takeout and delivery. What are you waiting for? Get the card that flexes with your spending every month. Terms and points cap apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card. Built for business by American Express.
Hey everyone, welcome to this edition of Keep Watch Pass on the It's Not That Bad podcast channel. You know, I know we said on an episode a while back that 80s sitcoms are kind of hard to beat, but you know what? Sitcoms from the 90s were equally awesome. Some of the biggest, most legendary sitcoms of all time, of the genre, emanated from the 90s. So did some of the best music out there, but I digress. But today, we're going to be talking about movies starring 90s sitcom stars. And here to join me, my lovely wife, Carrie. Carrie, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, but, we have to give a nod to jingles. I mean, the 80s jingles for sitcoms was where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
90s, I found that for the most part, the theme song was a popular tune.
It was a pop hit, yeah.
Yeah.
For in some cases, then you get you to the 2000s, and it differed a little bit. Yeah, sitcom jingles were definitely an 80s thing. Sitcom pop hits, absolutely in the 90s. But then again, that was also like the MTV generation where like everything was pop hits, and alt rock hits as well were also up there. Again, I still say that the 90s had probably some of the best music out there. But then again, that's also my age showing as well. But we're going to keep the same rules for this episode as we did for when we did movies starring 80s sitcom stars, is that the sitcom in question had to start in the 90s. It could have carried over into the 2000s, but it cannot have started in the 80s. So it has to be a 1990s starting sitcom. And of course, we're talking about the movie from the actor's filmography. We're not talking about the sitcom per se. We're not talking about the actor in general. We're talking about the movie from their filmography. So, Carrie, why don't you get us started with our keep pick from movies starring 90s sitcom stars?
Well, in the 90s, Jay, if you remember, there was a little program that started. Mm-hmm. And it was a sitcom about friends, and they would basically sit around a coffee shop and just talk
about life and love,
yeah,
and other things,
and everything in between. And conveniently, these friends lived together in an apartment nearby to the coffee shop, and I think actually one of the main characters at one point was a waitress at this particular coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
So it was all kind of it's all kind of connected.
Right.
A show about friends.
Okay.
Yeah. And one of the friends was Jennifer Aniston. Isn't she nice? She was a nice friend.
She's a good friend.
I think she's a good friend.
With the bestest hair.
Yeah, right? And wardrobe. I mean, Rachel Green had the wardrobe department on her side.
I mean, how many hairstyles had to do the Rachel cut?
Right. Remember when Monica tried to do the Rachel cut?
And it just did not work.
Just didn't fly.
No.
No. But bringing over the Rachel cut to a little movie about office work. It was called Office Space. And Jennifer Aniston played a hostess, a waitress, in the movie Office Space. And this is, without a doubt, my absolute go-to movie. Bad day at work, watch Office Space.
Good day at work, watch Office Space.
When in doubt, watch Office Space, because this movie is so freaking funny.
Got to photocopy stuff? Watch Office Space.
Pretty much, yeah. Have a printer jam, watch Office Space.
But the funny thing, too, is that it's such a, I don't want to say it's a slacker film, but it's definitely an iconic film of that era. Just simple little things like taking the photocopier out to the woods and smashing the crap out of it while listening to gangster rap. That might be the most iconic moment, right up there with took my stapler. Oh, come on. And even just the opening scene being stuck in traffic and like blasting gangster rap, but then, as you drive by other cars, you kind of turn the volume down. See, I turn the music up when I drive in traffic because I want other people to get out of my way. Now, it's not gangster rap that I'm listening to. I'll admit it's Zamfir. I'm rocking the pan flute.
Heavy and speed metal when you're stuck in traffic and you're going like 20.
Yeah. Maybe I should be playing the pan flute while I'm stuck in traffic. That'd be much more calming. All right. For my keep pick, I'm going with a very obvious movie. And I have to say, thank God for spin-offs, because Kelsey Grammer became famous for his role as Frasier Crane on the sitcom Cheers, which was an 80s sitcom. But then, in the 90s, 1993, Frasier got his own show, and I get an excuse to pick X2 X-Men United, because he was the perfect choice to play Beast, Dr. Hank McCoy.
Oh, absolutely. Like, the voice.
Oh, absolutely.
His voice was perfect.
Like, I don't think there's any other person at that time who could have pulled off the role of Beast. And like the makeup that they put on him was so iconic. And X-Men 2 is so good. Like, top to bottom. This one goes into the all-time superhero movie Mount Rushmore. I still hold Infinity War up there on. That's the thing. 4 superhero films on the Mount Rushmore. Infinity War, The Dark Knight, X2, X-Men United, and I don't know what that 4th movie would be. Maybe it's Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire one.
Not Deadpool and Wolverine?
No, not Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't think that's Mount Rushmore level.
Oh, it was good though.
It was very good. I'm not saying it's a bad film. I'm just saying if you had to pick 4 superhero movies on your Mount Rushmore of superhero movies, what would be up there?
No Love for the Thunderbolts?
It's good, but it's not knocking off Spider-Man 2, X-Men 2, Avengers Infinity War, and The Dark Knight. That is, to me, the perfect Mount Rushmore of superhero films. You're thinking about it now, aren't you?
I am, but I think I would give, I don't know, if I had to pick for myself.
For yourself.
See, I really liked Age of Ultron. I know that Infinity War was like the movie, but I liked Age of Ultron.
Okay, I'm going to give you till the end of the episode to fill out your Mount Rushmore of superhero films.
Is that 4? 4
4
movies?
of them. Okay, and we can say Age of Ultron is one of them. So I'm going to let you think about this, but by the end of the show, I want an answer. Okay? You got about 20 minutes to figure this all out.
I've got 3.
Okay.
I just need a 4th. Okay.
All right. We'll come back to this at the end. But the thing with X2, X-Men United, is that you got a little bit of that Weapon X story. You got leaning into the Phoenix at the end. You had such a freaking-tastic X-Men cast. It's hard to take a look at that cast and want to change anybody I don't think I would. X-Men 2 nailed it. The first X-Men was good. Don't get me wrong. The second one was perfection. It did the same thing as Spider-Man 2 did. The first Spider-Man was a good film. The second one nailed everything on every level of what you want out of a superhero film. And I was really happy to see Kelsey Grammer back as the Beast in the post-credit scene of The Marvels. And of course, now we know that Kelsey Grammer will be back in Avengers Doomsday because the X-Men are returning.
On December 12th, Disney Plus invites you to go behind the scenes with Taylor Swift in an exclusive 6-episode docuseries.
I wanted to give something to the fans that they didn't expect.
The only thing left is to close the book.
The end of an era. And don't miss Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour, the final show, featuring for the first time the Tortured Poets Department. Streaming December 12th, only on Disney Plus.
For my watch pick, I'm taking an actor from one of my favorite sitcoms of the 90s and one that I still love watching today. It's actually on my Mount Rushmore of favorite sitcoms of all time. Running from 1995 to 1999, News Radio. Love News Radio. Great show. Maura Tierney as Lisa. Then she ended up in Semi-Pro, a Will Ferrell movie that I actually like. Now, I've talked about Semi-Pro on the show a few times because it is that good. But this film is also another perfect reason why Andre 3000 is a scene stealer. Because he completely stole every single scene he was in as Dabu in Be Cool. And here, he's Coffee Black, scene stealer. And I know I'm not the biggest sports movie guy, but this is one of those ones that kind of makes it work, right? It's a story about kind of loosely based in reality, right? Because the ABA, the American Basketball Association, did exist and then they folded, and some of the teams did make it onto the NBA. Now, the Flint Tropics never existed. It didn't. But in this movie, they have the Spurs, the Pacers, the Nuggets, and the Nets. And they actually did make the jump from the ABA to the National Basketball Association. So it actually does have a little bit of basis in reality. Not so much on the Will Ferrell side of things, but it's a good, funny, like, think about your least liked comedian. And then take a look at their filmography. And I guarantee you, and not to call things a guilty pleasure, but a movie you would sit there and go, okay, maybe it's not that bad. Semi-Pro is that Will Ferrell movie for me. All right, Carrie, over to you for your watch pick.
Were you reading my notes? You had an entire decade.
Mm-hmm.
And you picked the sitcom and the actress from News Radio.
Oh, you picked a Maura Tierney film.
I did, but I went a different direction with her movie.
Okay.
Because she was the wife of Jim Carrey in Liar Liar.
Oh, that's right. She was.
She was. And oh my God, you talked about Rachel Green's hair. And Maura Tierney's hair was on point in this movie. It was like she had the Rachel Green cut and totally pulled it off. But you know what? This movie, Jim Carrey, is just so funny. Like, this is a movie that I've watched on several accounts with our oldest, who's really interested in law. And can you get over the stop breaking the law asshole line? Like, we watch it for fun, and how can you not laugh?
I think
it's so fun.
My favorite line out of that is, objection, why? Because it's devastating to my case.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that works about Liar Liar, more so than any other Jim Carrey film at that stage in his career, is that Liar Liar seems to be the one that has the most heart as well.
Well, exactly. I mean, think about it. It's about a lawyer who cannot lie. And, you know, he's a workaholic. He kind of lets his family slide. And at the end of it, it's really all about his son and his son that made a wish that his father couldn't lie.
Yeah. It's missed promise after missed promise after missed promise. And his wish is that his dad could only tell the truth. Right. And it's a feel good movie with a ton of freaking laughs. Like
the pen is blue. The goddamn pen is blue. Yeah.
And very quotable as well. Maybe one of Jim Carrey's best. All right, Carrie, back to you for your pass pick.
Well, I'm passing on. You had mentioned name any actor. And I really want to like Kevin James movies. I really do. I loved him in King of Queens. I thought he was really funny. Really funny. And every movie that I watch of Kevin James, I try to like. I really do. I go into it thinking, maybe this will be the one. Maybe this will be the redeeming, the turnaround. But no. And most notably, Paul Blart, Mall Cop.
Really? You didn't go with the International Assassin film that we covered in Riding on a Curve? I've
said enough about that one.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bring it up again, but I'm just saying.
I didn't want to revisit it. Thanks for the memories. There was that new movie that he was in, Playdate, and I thought for sure this is my kind of movie.
Well, yeah, because Alan Richardson looks like he's going to have so much fun with that film.
It had such potential. And then they cast Kevin James. Ooh, did I say that? I meant that.
Yeah, you say it like you did feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. It could have been good. It could have been something. And then Kevin Jamesed all over it.
See, I'm curious now if you're reading my notes. Because in a world of 90s sitcoms, you picked the one that I picked. And you picked the actor that I picked.
Oh, I thought you were going to give, some attention to Leah Remini.
Yeah, but Leah Remini does good stuff.
Oh, she's really great.
I know.
Yeah.
And again, I loved King of Queens. It was a fantastic sitcom. But this is where I'm going to get Carrie's goat. Because I know she likes the movie that I'm about to mention.
I like a Kevin James movie?
Yes, you do. Now, it's not a Kevin James movie. It's an Adam Sandler movie.
Grown Ups?
No.
Oh?
Hubie Halloween.
Oh, come on.
I am back on the Hubie Halloween hate train.
Why?
Because
Why you gotta hate?
Good.
It's not awful.
It's a bad Adam Sandler, vocal infectation for like however long the movie is, and I just want to dig something into my ears and make the pain stop.
Oh, come on.
Even Kevin James's character in this is like, oh, hey, it's a paycheck. I'm sorry. I know you love the film. I know when we had Greg on for movie date night and we actually covered Hubie Halloween, you guys were like, yay, Hubie. And I'm just like, I'm here. I just work here. It was 2 against 1. I was the voice of dissent. And I'm dissenting against Hubie Halloween again. You can go back and listen to me try to find nice things to say about this film, but ooh, is it tough, let me tell you.
You know what was a contender as well, looking at Kevin James' filmography? I was thinking about Hitch. And I think it's actually because of Will Smith that I didn't absolutely hate that movie.
Fair.
I think had it been any other actor, I put Kevin Hart and Kevin James, and I would have hated Hitch too.
Oh God.
Can you imagine?
I'm gonna make you do like a movies of Kevin Hart keep watch pass just to make you like painfully regret things.
I don't know if I could find a keep or a watch.
I'm sure you could.
The keep would be a challenge.
I'm sure you could find something.
There's a lot I could pass on.
All right. Well, maybe that'll be a torture down the road. I mean, a project down the road.
How about the pass, burn, and bury?
Oh my God. What is this? Like dealing with Vecna? Okay, before we remind our listeners what our keep, watch, and pass picks are, your time is up. So, Age of Ultron is on your superhero movie Mount Rushmore. What are the other 3?
Age of Ultron, I really like the Bumblebee movie.
That's not a superhero movie.
You're telling me Transformers aren't superheroes?
I'm actually sitting here saying they are not superheroes.
That's cold. That I'm telling our youngest on you.
Now, you can argue that it's a comic book movie, and if you want to change this to a comic book movie superhero or Mount Rushmore, then okay. I'll give you this.
Okay, I thought I was being clever, but apparently I'm not playing by your rules, even though you didn't set the rules forth. All right. Age of Ultron.
Okay.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay.
Thunderbolts.
Okay.
And Batman.
Now, we're
Michael Keaton.
I was about to say.
Jack Nicholson. Prince soundtrack.
I can't believe that wasn't the first one you put on there.
No, because that was my underdog. That's
your underdog?
Well, no, not my underdog, but that was my fourth pick.
That's your ace in the hole, right? How is that not like top of mind for you?
Well, it popped into my mind.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Bumblebee's not a superhero.
I didn't study for this frickin' exam that you threw at me.
Well, let's not bring up random topics in the show and it will be fine.
That's exactly what we do.
Hi, pivot.
I did talk about Friends.
We did talk about Friends, yes. And
Am I not sticking to the script?
No, but we are sticking to the ending of the show. So, Carrie, please remind our listeners what your keep, watch, and pass picks are for movies starring 90s sitcom stars.
I'm keeping Office Space, watching Liar Liar, and passing on Paul Blart Mall Cop.
All right, I am keeping X2 X-Men United. I am watching Semi-Pro, and I am passing on Hubie Halloween. Carrie, thank you so much for this. And to you, our dear listeners, well, you guys know the drill. If there is a topic that you want us to cover on Keep, Watch, Pass, or a movie that you think is unfairly maligned, hit us up on social media at NotThatBadcast, or go to our website at NotThatBadcast.com. And while you're there and you want to help out the show, check out our merch section because we got some cool stuff for you out there. And everything you buy goes directly into helping us make shows for you in your ear holes. Until next time, she's Carrie, I'm Jay. You guys are awesome. This is Keep, Watch, Pass on the It's Not That Bad podcast channel and a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network. Take care.